All right, on today's 30-minute mechanic, we're going to put the clutch back together, put the clutch cover back on, and kind of see where that takes us on the IT175. So buckle up, let's go. Okay, now you got to remember we're not doing a super restoration. We're just literally want to get this thing back together and working, so we can enjoy it. Nothing has to be perfect, and just so long as it runs and rides. And that was terrifying. Okay, just so long as it runs and rides and we can have fun with it. So just want to kind of remind everybody of that, because there's people on the interwebs that are doing these, and they're doing them real nice, and they're restoring everything and polishing this and polishing that, and it looks like a brand new motorcycle when they're done. Well, that's not the goal of this particular project. This project is to just get the thing working where we can have fun with it. And I'm never prepared. Not prepared. Never prepared. Looking all around. Need a paper towel, because I'm going to be dealing with oily clutch plates. Now, I wasn't going to soak these in oil. But then, I thought, well, I actually wanted to pull the side cover to, like I said in the last video, to make sure that the motor turned over easily. I thought it did, but pushing on the Kickstarter was a little cranky feeling. So it kind of made me think, well, is it the Kickstarter, or is it the everything else that's attached in there? The crank and everything else. So I wanted to double check and just make sure everything was fine. I thought, well, because I don't do this. I don't work on motorcycles that much. Not a professional at it. Not a professional at working on anything, actually. But I wanted to double check and make sure everything was cool. And I thought, well, while I've got it apart, I'll go ahead and pre-lube soak the clutch plates in oil, and then put them all in there like they should be. So that's what I did. And this is probably going to be messy. I don't know how guys handle this, but this is how I'm going to do it. Steel and fiber, drip, and steel, and fiber, and steel. Maybe if I can get hold of it. Come on, get in there. And the fiber. And steel, and the fiber. This is getting oil everywhere. And steel, and glad I had the right number. Maybe I should ding them off before I stick them in there a little bit. And a steel fiber. All right. That is making a huge mess. We'll kind of add some paper towel to it right there to kind of daub that up. Okay, now we need our pressure plate. and we've already adjusted that previously, and our ball is still in there. I know it is because it never came out, and I put grease in there to hold it in place. So it's greased up, and that is all looking like it should look. And then bolts. How many times have I taken these off working on this deal? I don't know, but it's more than what is happening here? Get in there. More than it should be. Okay, that's, come on, start. That does not want to start. Why? What's going on here? Move to the next one. Maybe I should get my readers and look at that one. Thing maybe stripped out. Who knows? No. Probably just being cranky. See if that one goes in there. Maybe I should drip some oil on it. Come on. That is not being friendly. That one is. That one is. Again, I'm dripping oil everywhere. Why does that one not want to go in? Oh, that was way more oil than I intended. Maybe it's just gotta. There it goes, I think. Let me grab a tool to help me do this. I previously spun those down with my little 1/4-inch impact. That thing may be a little too much for these bolts. I'm not going to do that this time. Yeah, there we go. That's screwing in fine. Just had a booger on it, I guess. Well, I guess I could use the 1/4-inch impact to speed this part of it up, but oh well. Not that big of a deal. Now, I don't know if y'all look at the descriptions on the videos. I've started adding some links in the descriptions to YouTube, friends of mine that have YouTube channels as well. So you can go to the description down there, and there'll be a link to Scott Liggett and Rebeldryver's Garage. Russell Broadwell has REB Auto. Some other friends of mine have Big Hat Racing. They've got some tech videos on there and stuff. And who else did I put in there? Oh, Disc Repair. My buddy Dan Fleischman. He's got a cool video on driving a Model T, Model A, Model T, one of those. I can't remember which one. Trying to daily drive it. It's pretty funny. Of course, I put Brian Loans in there. He's got the channel. He does a bunch of cool historical automotive stuff that's just blows my mind every time I listen to it. And so check out those guys. I'm sure they would appreciate a like and a subscribe. and see what all the stuff they're up to is on their pages. Okay. I have no idea what these are supposed to be torqued to, but we're just going to kind of snug them because we all know things that thread into aluminum is not that robust. Now, okay, where's my cover? Now you'll remember when I put this cover on last time, I put a thin bead of RTV around it, and amazingly enough, what is that? Amazingly enough, when I took this cover off, the gasket came off in one piece. It didn't tear. It didn't tear at all. Didn't even try to tear. It was really surprising. I figured part of it would stay stuck to that side and part of it would stay stuck to this side. Now seeing that it has already had some RTV on it, I'm gonna try to bypass that and not put any new on there. And I'm just gonna put it back together, and I have no idea where my screws are. I think they're hiding over here. Uh-oh, something disappeared. What was that? Never gonna see that again. Mainly because I don't know what it was. Where? I don't know. I mean, the law of under there, it's underneath something. I don't know. Oh, it's probably a screw that I need. And if we get down to the reality of it. Now, last time, you remember, I had trouble getting which I may just go ahead and have something. I don't have a flat tip here. But last time I had trouble getting the shift shaft through the seal. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the seal out and poke it in afterwards again. That seemed to work the best. And the screws. And again, well, these came out pretty easy this time. So I'll put that one up there. I was very pleased with when I would take the screws out. They weren't difficult to get out. I just used my big screwdriver and my super crescent, clamped it on there and popped them loose. Didn't have to get the impact driver out like I did when I first took this cover off. It's kind of tightened up. If I had half a brain, I would go get Allen head bolts for this, which is I think what most people end up doing if they have to replace these. Looks like that one can go right. Let's put it over here. Since it's behind that, kind of tucked in there behind that frame rail. Or have to cut a slot in one to get it off. I'd rather be out here in the open, sort of. Still need to get a drain plug for this thing. I wonder if that's just a regular bolt thread. If I could dig around the bolt bucket over there and find something to screw in there. Or pay $15 for a new one. Okay, clutch plates are soaked. Cover is on. Might just do the clamperoo to this like I did before. I can push on it and give them a little turn. Don't want to do it too much. We are tightening a magnesium plate into aluminum with aluminum threads. Don't want to break nothing or strip nothing. I think that was the first one I did. Okay. Now let's see if we can get that. Let go. See if we can put the seal in now. I'm gonna do it. There it is. Shouldn't be a big deal. Boop. Seal. Come on. There you go. Get a flat tip here where I can kind of push with it. I wonder if that. Okay, this felt seal came from somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I kind of wondered if it was behind this. Okay. Shifter shaft, shifter shaft seal is in. There's my shifter. There's my 10 millimeter. Now where I'm going to put too low. I don't know. Let's go right there. Maybe. All this stuff is a little wobbly. Of course, it's well used. Not a big deal. Backwards, of course. I'm waiting on a manifold for this. That was one of those parts that, you know, I've really kind of thought I had. And then I got to looking around through the boxes, and I was like, well, crud, there's no manifold. Well, crud. So I bought a reproduction one. Has the boost bottle hose fitting on it and everything. All right. Looks like we're done over here. Oh, you know one thing we can do while we're here? Let's grab a tiny screwdriver, which I should have one in my apron. Tiny screwdriver. Never underestimate the power of the tiny screwdriver. Never underestimate the location of the tiny screwdriver. Where the heck did it go? It should be right here. I mean, at least there's one. I'd say at least one of them should be right here. Tiny screwdriver. I still wish I knew what I dropped a minute ago, because I have not seen anything lying anywheres. So I'll have to search for it. I want to pop this torque clip out of here. Torque clip out. Okay. There's a little tiny O-ring right there. Better set that right there. That's the cap that was on this. And I'm going to use the cap that came on this other carburetor, which has the O-ring already on it. Whoa. Spring. Okay. Let's see if we can put this one on there real quick. We wipe that off. Yeah. Okay. That cap on there. Clip. Clippy doo. Come on, Clippy doo. Oh my goodness. Really? Come on. Eesh. Cannot do that with my finger. But I bet I can do it with the tiny screwdriver. All done. Now that little O-ring, that's feels like something I should put in a bag. Like that. And put in my box of, I got a box of leftover Yamaha parts right there. Cool. Well, I guess we've kind of got this side kind of wrapped up. Exception of that drain plug. Yeah. I wish I could clean the threads up on that dude. It is pretty horked up. Some genius really got after it and screwed it in there crooked. Let me take that O-ring off. Sometimes if you can ever get it to start, sometimes these deals, if you ever just get them to start right, then you can clean up the threads and it'll be okay, which I'm not sure. Nope, totally crooked. Totally crooked, yep. Might just look and see if I got a bolt. Maybe a little short bolt will go in there. You know what? That's the drain plug on the bottom. Too small. I'm gonna go dig through my bolt bucket. See if I can come up with something. Hey, I found a plug. Well, maybe not. I did figure out that the thread I think is the same. So maybe I can just find me a regular bolt over here. Not gonna do that. Okay, I pretty much struck out trying to find any kind of bolt. Of course, that YZ125 axle kind of screwed in there, but I'll just end up getting another one of those plugs. Like I said, it's probably the same plug that fits a million other Yamahas, so it doesn't seem like something that would be specific to this model. So, I guess that'll wrap up this side of the engine. Let's get our paper towels out of here. Figure out a place to put them. Man, I got oil everywhere. All right, I'm going to kind of take a look at this side here. See if I can see any sort of yeah. Not really anything that's telling me anything over here. I might grab maybe if I had any idea where it was, I'm gonna grab my drop light, but I don't see it. Never prepared. I think maybe it's over there. Hang on. I could grab the giant. There it is. a giant Harbor Freight light, but gosh, nobody needs that right now. That thing's, it puts out the light now. But then you feel like your retinas have been completely fried after looking at it, around it, and everything else for a while. So, all right, get a good in-depth look here. Don't really, the stator plate has 3 little marks on it right there. I didn't know what they're supposed to be marking. And that thing's straight up. No idea. What I might do, I may regret doing this. Might regret doing this. I put the stator plate on, and it's, where's that big screwdriver at? And great, wrong one. I put the stator plate on, but I put the screws, put it on right in the middle of its travel. Like there's a slot, so my screw is right in the middle of the travel. I don't know what flew over, but it was big. I don't know if y'all could hear that on the video, but it was, normally I would run outside and look, but not doing that right now. Make sure there's nothing, no foreign objects stuck to these magnets. And wow, come on. Okay, let go of my ego. That dude just slipped. Yeah, that seems to be okay. I don't know. There's the crank nut that fits 100 different Yamahas over the years. So we're going to try it. We're going to try it with the stator plate with the screws right in the middle of the slot. And because I think it had, you had to look at, from what I was reading, you had to find top dead center and make a mark or something, whatever. I don't know. We're gonna put together like I think it should be put together, and if that doesn't work, well, then we'll back up and do it again, because that's how my projects go. I have no idea what size that nut is, but I do have a 17 right here, not 17. So that means it must be an 18. And maybe I can just whack it. 19, 18. Just give it a little brap with the impact. If I knew where the dang impact was. Here it is. Impacto. Just give it a little brap. There it goes. And it's not an 8. Are you kidding me? Not an 18. 19? 19? 19? Yep, 19. Why do they use such weird numbers? Yep. Oh, come on. Don't be doing that to me. And that's plenty tight. Cool. All right, got this side of the motor kind of taken care of. Here. Oh, wow. That makes a guy happy. I think maybe lubricating those plates may have made it easier to turn over like that. What is that cover? I'll leave it over here. Don't. No. But there it is. That screw. What if I could find? Ah, crud. Let's see if I can come up with 3 screws. Oh, wait a minute. There's a gasket that goes with that. Which, really? A gasket for this? There's nothing. It's not sealing anything. But if I got it, I'm going to use it. I guess a gasket to keep dirt out. I think that screw, that is kind of short, but it'll probably work. Let's look in here. If we got any other ones. Actually, there's some those little dudes would probably be, well, I don't know if I can get found some hex-headed ones, but I don't think I could get couldn't get a wrench on them because they're too close here. That's another hex-headed one. Gosh dang it. But, all these screws. Too short. So that'd be too short. Too short. And that leaves me with nothing. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and at least put these 2 in. That one's longer. It's shorter. You'll notice we're not painting any of this. We're just putting it together. Big screwdriver. Like that's blue. I don't know if that's black paint coming off of blue plastic. Was that really molded in blue originally? And then got painted at the factory? I mean, or has it been painted blue? And now this is, I don't even know. Now, I won't rule out the possibility of me coming back and painting the motor afterwards, after I get all this done. Where did I see that other screw? That's sometimes the problem with basket case bikes. You don't have all the screws. Oh my goodness, stop that. Like you end up with, but that's okay. I mean, we can always get screws. In fact, I think one of the screws I just used goes in this because it needs a longer one. But again, that's okay because we have an Ace Hardware handy. What I might do is just put a longer one in there to hold it in the right position. Well, I tighten that one down, and then when I do get a longer one, so I need 2 longer ones right there that are probably that long, but with a Phillips head on them. Because you won't be able to get a socket. Can't get a socket on there. But hey, now, look at that. This side is pretty much together. Gosh, I'm kind of getting excited about this thing. Kind of getting excited. I don't like how that, I don't really like that so much. There's a big, where's the big pry bar? Also known as a screwdriver. Dude. Okay. Looks better. Looks better. If I had a nickel for every time I cut my head off in an intro or outro, I'd have a big stack of nickels. But anyways, that's going to do it for today on 30 Minute Mechanic. We got our clutch back together, our clutch cover on. Everything looked good in there. The motor turns over good now. Stator is where I think it should be. Flywheel's on, stator cover's on. So the motor's really coming together, waiting on the intake manifold, and then we can kind of finish that part of it out. So it's really starting to come together. I'm really excited about it. So also, make sure you hit the description and check out those other YouTube channels that my friends have. They got some cool content, arguably cooler than what I'm doing here. So give them a look, give them a like, give them a subscribe. And I appreciate y'all hanging out in the shop with me today. So like, subscribe, ring the bell, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye.